You know, it'd be terrible, except would probably really sell because there's too many idiots in the world. If you came up with a clothing line of baby sluts.
And whose team is this? Is this your team? Or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to Dad Mode Podcast. Common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. I'm a father, and I have no idea what I'm doing, but you don't either there, home slice. So let's try and learn something together today. I need to work on my condescending little nicknames, but whatever. The website, as always, is dadmodepod.com, Twitter at dadmodepod, or just use the hashtag dadmode. Back from his hiatus, his Jared from Subway. No, that's too far. Anyways, Uncle Nick is back at Nickason on Twitter. Hey.
I have no idea where you're going to try to go with that, but I was going to ready to yell "hey" to you, but
it was going to go into inappropriate things, except all right, to veer off of the topic matter already. The Jared from Subway things, from my understanding, is his proclivity was not going after 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old children, which would be disgusting. It was more 16, 17-year-old females, which is, you know.
I don't know. I'm not going to say anything on the podcast.
Because it's hard to have like a power rankings of child pedophilia, but 16, 17s would be low on like the terribleness scale.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
But
yeah.
It still has that same stigma because it's like, oh, child predator.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's get at it. Because like in the 1800s, people were getting married when they're 14.
Oh yeah. No. It's yeah. I mean, times have changed. I mean, we're getting into like a world where you have to follow that 18 rule. I think there might be certain states that have that kind of rule where, like 16, like if you're both 16 or something, or if like there's like a 1 or 2 year difference or something, then that.
I think Minnesota has an 18-16 rule. Yeah, something like
that. Good to know.
Otherwise, like every high school senior would be in prison. Probably. All right. Speaking of 1816s, 1800s, all that stuff, want to talk about baby clothes today? Because back in the 1800s, like kids' clothes were basically a burlap sack or whatever leftover cloth there was, or whatever the train brought in from town or from something else. But now it's just ridiculous because going into a Target or a Babies R Us or Gap Kids, anything like that, there's just so many clothes. And when you have a girl and a wife who is predisposed to making things look cute, there's going to be a never-ending stream of outfits. I kind of wish I had a boy.
Okay, I mean, you have to think about today's day and age. I mean, there's so many unique designers out there who can make wonderful and fantastic clothing and outfits for kids nowadays. It's but yeah, I mean, they're not doing it just to express their creativity. They're gonna make a buck. They're gonna make quite a few $100,000, I'm sure, every year on parents. It's insane. And the biggest problem with baby clothes is that, hey, your kid grows every day. It's only gonna last a few effing months. Me, I can wear the same double XL shirt, for a long time, unless I have White Castle too much,
And then you would grow every day if you had White Castle every day.
Yeah.
And I agree with you on the press. That's why we have a staunch only hand-me-downs, only garage sale, only clearance stuff, especially while she's young. And I think that's perfectly okay because, like you said, these kids do grow out of these clothes very quickly. Like Muggsy's starting to only be exclusively 3 to 6 months clothes. She used to just fit into the 0 to 3 still, like some of the bigger stuff there. But now she's 3 months, 3 months today, actually. And Yeah, she's already cycling through clothes a lot, but this is the best part. And one of the benefits of having a kid later, relative to friends and family, because we've gotten so many hand-me-downs, whether it be clothes or toys or those little stupid rocker bouncer things. It's fantastic.
I mean, I'm assuming, obviously, with this first kid, I mean, everyone's giving you guys gifts. I'm sure a lot of people are buying clothes and whatnot. But obviously, I think a lot of people might be focusing on the when you have your first kid, getting it for the young newborn. I'm assuming, when you get to 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, which I do know all those numbers now. I mean, it's, you might have to start shopping eventually.
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of the summer stuff is on clearance now, and we're projecting, so we'll get like the 12 months or 1T stuff for month Z next summer, and that stuff is all on clearance now. And the thing about Target is, if the clearance number ends in an 8, that means it's still going to be a lower price. So if something is like $8.38, that baby's going lower. But if it ends in a 4, so it ends up like $3.44, that's it. That's the bottom basement price.
I've heard, I think I've seen a YouTube video on that. Like, someone explained to me Target and how that works. I did not think that was real.
Yeah, it's good because I'll admit, I'm, as much as I complained about we should have a burlesque Apple boy, but there's nothing better than just like a cute little kid, especially when she's your kid, and just like a cute little outfit with like. We're doing family pictures coming up in a month or so, and then Crystal got her these like gray leggings and little boots and like a off-white like parka jacket. Oh my goodness!
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I hope you post those pictures.
Well, yeah, she's. I kind of feel bad for the wife because I continue to point this out that the kid is basically a clone of me. Like, I try to humor her and be like, "Well, she's got your eyes, sweetie. Except we both have brown eyes."
Yeah. I was the last picture I saw of her. It almost looks like she has blue eyes.
Yeah, for a while she did have blue eyes. It's starting to fade into brown now, even though there's like a touch of green I feel in them.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's adorable.
No, but other than that, Muggsy looks exactly like me. Like, she could be like completely out of my DNA except female. Cloned. She's a female clone of mine. Except then I'm like, oh, don't worry, sweetie. She's got your ears.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
She's got the napes of your neck.
Napes. The napes.
Yeah. But going back to the clothes, like if someone was buying everything new, like every time the kid moved from 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, damn good time, and then all the various cat stuff, you could spend a small fortune, especially in like the specialized boutique stuff where it is like higher end material, because most baby clothes is made to be like, all right, your kids are going to be in this like 2 to 3 months maybe. So we're going to make it for that end. Plus, they're going to vomit and poop and all over the stuff anyways. So there you go. But there is some like high-end designer stuff like, like Kim Ye's kid is wearing. That's like, you know what? They probably spend more on baby clothes than I'll ever spend on clothes in my entire life.
Oh, no, yeah, it's it's insane that these high-end companies, the Dolce & Gabbanas, and all that fancy all those names. So I'm a Midwest kid, folks. I don't know all your fancy New York style boutiques and stuff, but yeah, I mean, they're marketing to these parents who have these cute babies like, oh, I want my kid to have the finest clothing. It's insane. If you have a second here, Andy, I am on the Pottery Barn website. And they have a kids section here. They do not have clothes, but I'm looking at prices for certain things like diaper bags here. A diaper bag, from what I know as a non-parent, it's what holds your diapers and all the baby stuff, right?
Yep.
Let's see. They're $200 for this. They're up to $200 for a nice a nice fancy looking diaper bag, stuff that holds the things that your kids are gonna shit in. Are you serious?
Well, you gotta think that's more for the mom though, since there's a lot of bag ladies out there, and I don't mean like homeless, like shopping cart ladies, but like the ones who only have Coach bags, only have Louis Vuitton bags, even though I find it very stupid. But yeah, because if you're gonna be a fashionable mom, then you gotta have fashionable diaper bag.
Fashionable mom. Just take a step back when you say that.
Well, it's because of the generation, our generation and the millennials that are still like in the narcissistic phase. So I'm like, yeah, I just got knocked up by a Timberwolf. I'm still 22 and I still want to be young and free. I'm still with it.
It's not so bad.
All right, I'm on this Neiman Marcus webpage, which
oh yeah, Neiman.
Really very high end realtor. Except I actually can't find any prices on these kids' clothes. I just see a bunch of marketing promotions. One is the class of 2028.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, like they've got all these kindergarten kids as models, showing off the clothes.
You think that eventually wants you to send your kid to like modeling school at a young age so they can model, kids' clothes in the newest newest magazine of like Gap?
Well, we went over this in the child actor episode. Like I think, of course, every parent thinks that their kid is the cutest, but mine really is. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Blue Steel, and then at 5, she's off in New York and hooked on coke. Nah.
Yeah. All right. I'm on the Baby Gap's website now. Floral flutter dress, $23.99, $27, $17, and a lot of dresses about 20 something.
Except, see, I wouldn't even spend $20 on a kid's dress. Like, what size is that? Or I suppose it's available on multiple sizes.
Yeah, I think it's multiple sizes. I'm clicking on it right now. Here's one for like 17. I'm very frugal with my shopping, and I'm a big guy, so I have to shop at the specialty stores anyways. But like
the Knights of the Round Table, you walk in and they're like, Nick.
I don't spend this much on clothes. I can find real nice big clothes for easily under $20 per item. Yeah. I'm looking at a dress for a kid who's not going to remember ever wearing this dress or anything. $25 for it's available in all sizes up through 2 years. It looks like.
Yeah, and until she gets older, like maybe 5 or 6, I can't see spending $20 on a dress. I mean, we'll wait till that goes on clearance. And I think what's also really helped out is that buying used clothes, whether it be from a garage sale or a Goodwill or one of those other consignment shops that are popping up all over the place, is that like the stigma of buying used clothes isn't there anymore. Because I feel like when we were growing up, you hear that kid is like, oh, he got his clothes from Goodwill. That is kind of like, oh, well, he's poor. That's terrible. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, oh, you're a thrifty fashionista. Yeah.
I mean, you're a smart shopper. The internet. I think people sell clothes on Craigslist all the time. My sister-in-law, they've searched and bargain shopped. I mean,
well, clothes is just a euphemism for male prostitution on Craigslist, but go ahead.
There's so many different ways to get used kids clothing, and you know what? I mean, they should. I mean, I guess my biggest problem with buying kids' clothes, or selling them, if you're going to be at that age where you sell them, is what if you do have a second? What if you have one kid now, you don't think you're going to have another one, so start giving them all away. Then like, oh, you have another one, and then like, oh, see if you can get those clothes back. I mean.
All right, so I'm on this website called Babbel.com. Article is 20 most shockingly expensive kid and baby clothes. And this is by Natalie. Oh, I guess she only goes by one name, kind of like Cher. There you go. First one is this really cute, awesome little girls duffel toggle pea coat. And first off, I think Muggsy would look absolutely adorable in this, like when she's a little older. But it's by Burberry, which is definitely a high-end retailer. And guess how much?
$50.
$450.
That's.
I mean, I can't even see myself spending that much for an adult high-end pea coat, even though they can run up to a couple thousand. That's a lot.
That's insane.
Let's see. What are some other items on here? We'll cherry pick. Boy striped cashmere scarf, because it can't be girls. It can't be unisex. It can't be the scarf can't identify as a female, but it's from Baby CZ, and guess how much?
A cashmere scarf that can't be more than $50.
$130.
Whoa! It's a fucking scarf.
Yeah, I know that the kid's probably going to blow snot bubbles on, and then we'll eventually use to, I don't know, asphyxiate the dog. Probably. I mean, you're raising a psychopath who has a $130 scarf now.
You have to think that these parents that can afford this, instead of having like baby wipes, they just have like a box full of like $20 bills they use to like wipe the kid's butt off.
Well, see, it's not even a matter of affording it, because the wife and I, like, we could buy everything new. We just see it as a giant waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like, all right, so say we're, once we're well off and the deeB podcast brings in tens of millions of dollars a year, I'll still look at that peacoat and be like, let's wait till it's on clearance, or we'll find it used for $50.
Peak.
Let's see, still going through here. Girls Fendi. All right, so Fendi is also very high end. I think Fergie talks about that, so it must be good. Girls Fendi ballerina flat. So these little slip-on shoes. Doesn't look like anything to write home about. Guess how much?
Starting with my baseline, $50.
$380.
Wow.
Nick, you need to open up your playbook a little bit. You're way off on some of these prices.
No, first of all, I don't know half of those words are. I'm Googling what a peacoat is right now.
Oh, my God. All right, so infants Montclair fur trim snowsuit from Saks Fifth Avenue. Now, imagine like from James Bond, was it Die Another Day? Is that the one with Halle Berry?
Yeah.
The one with like the Ice Princess. All right, so like a full white like winter outfit for a baby, like a onesie, with a fur trimmed hood. Guess how much?
The boots with the fur. All right, I'll go at least $150 on this one.
$525.
Ooh. If you were gonna go $1,000, I would have hanged myself right there.
All right, and last one is infant Armani Junior's 3-piece suit. So, it's funny.
500.
No, $385. No.
Oh, well.
You're better to calibrate. You overcompensated, Nick.
A 3-piece suit? Jesus Christ.
Story of your life. Now, as far as, like, when you're giving gifts for kids, have birthdays, Christmases, etc., do you go gift card, or do you actually pick the outfit?
Outfit. Let's see. I'm trying to think with my nieces, mostly because I never saw them too often, so I always felt guilty. So I really buy clothing for kids. I mean, when you go to, like obviously my shopping place for kids stuff is Target, just because they typically usually have a nice selection, and they have pretty cute things,
I thought you were gonna say a random St. Paul bar, plums.
Plum, Shamrocks, the kids' clothing line.
Do you ever go to O'Gara's?
No, not really.
You're not welcome there anymore?
The only times we used to go there was during St. Patrick's Day, or if there was a band that was playing.
Are they too trendy now because they're on the Green Line?
They're not that close to the Green Line, no.
Green Line.
I think it's the Blue Line.
You want it?
No, I say loyal to my friends, and I typically only go to the bars where my friends work. So that's Shamrocks, or I was at Bulldog last night.
Ooh, Lati-da. Oh, tell them how much you want on pull tabs.
Oh yeah, so different off topic. I went to last night. I went to a bar in St. Paul called Mancini's. Very cool. Looks like you're in a 1950s Goodfellas, the movie Goodfellas, like that scene, like when they're walking through. It's just like dark, all like cool red suede like seats and everything. So they have a pull tab booth there with a woman actually selling them. You don't see that too often anymore. A lot of bars are now going into the whole vending machine scenario where the bartender is the one who deals you out the cash. So yeah, I put in $20 and I came out with 104.
You hear that, IRS? Come after next $80.
Hey, no. I think I have to win at least a couple thousand before I have to report it to the IRS.
Allegedly. All right, so close out the topic of kids' clothes. Like, remembering back in your Wayback Machine, what was your favorite article of clothing from when you were a kid?
From when I was a kid?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of when far back as I can remember. I used to, when we went to Texas, I remember I got a couple Texas shirts. Shirts where it's from like a location.
Was it just
like
a poncho?
No, just a little T-shirt, you know. Any shirt
don't mess
that
with
had
Texas.
like, yeah, well, any shirt that like had like a city or a statement, like a state that wasn't Minnesota, because then people always stop and ask you, hey, were you at so and so? And you can be like, yeah, and then you can tell them a story about this. So yeah, my brother got this for me when he was down in so and so South Carolina or so whatever.
What about jerseys? Did you have a lot of jerseys as a kid?
No, I wasn't big in sports when I was growing up.
You were big into video games. If you could get Bowser's jersey, you would have. Bad guy, yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, though, I mean, I'd obviously always cheer for the good guy, so it'd either be like a Mario or Star Fox, or maybe Sonic. I was a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan, so.
All right, see, this isn't like baby clothes, but yeah, it's all right. I remember when I was 10, 11, like my favorite thing was basketball jerseys, because I had my favorite one was a Magic Johnson, one for the Lakers. I think that might have been post-AIDS. Maybe that's why it was so cheap.
Well, 10 years
or
old.
HIV, sorry.
So you were born 85, so yeah, this had to have been, because he came out, I think, in like early 90s.
Well, he didn't come out, he just announced he had HIV.
Or whatever, yeah. Man, yeah.
Potato. Let's see. Oh, a Grant Hill Pistons jersey, like the blue and the reds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was my bag. But now, see, back then, jerseys, especially in the U sizes, were $20, maybe. And now, and adult jerseys were $40, brand new, fresh off the rack. Obviously, even cheaper on clearance. But now, the cheapest like NFL jersey you can get, $100.
I'm Googling, searching. Do they make baby jerseys? Oh my God, NFLshop.com. They do have newborn and infant clothing. Yeah, how fast are you gonna get into these items? Holy crap! Let's see.
Well, definitely not until she's at like a decent age, and then we'll buy it like 3 sizes too big for her.
Okay, here we go. Let's look at prices here. How much do you think starting off kids' jerseys are here?
$40.
$69.95.
What?
A Nike San Francisco 49ers infant customized game.
Oh, it's jersey. Custom.
Customized.
How much just for like a Kaepernick?
I don't know how this shit looks. Oh yeah, 40 here. Yeah, infant New Jersey. Or like Beckham Jr. Infant prices, huh? I mean,
once she becomes like a young lady, like maybe up around 10, we'll get her first jersey, because then she'll actually be aware enough to be rooting for like certain players and stuff like that.
Oh God, there are some really cute dresses here. Oh man, cute stuff with.
But she'll never have anything pink as far as like sports related, because I feel like that's pandering.
I feel like you and Di Murphy talked about this once from the other podcast.
Well, it is a lot of pandering, especially for the whole breast cancer movement stuff. And yeah, if you look at the NFL's financials, not a whole lot of every dollar goes towards research. A lot of it goes towards marketing. And besides, why do female fans have to wear pink? Why can't they just wear regular team colors? Because they're just normal fans.
Boys betting versus girls betting. Let's see. I was gonna ask you about what is this jersey here?
And why do women get women's cut jerseys? Why can't they just look like amorphous blobs like all the bros and cholos? They're tailgating in the parking lot. I want amorphism.
Okay, let me know if this actually sounds like a good idea. Remember in Parks and Rec where what's his name? Who's Azir's character?
Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, what was his
Tom
character?
Haverford.
Yeah, Tom. When Tom had that idea of having that store where they could rent clothing out, all his suede clothing.
Rent a swag.
Rent a swag, yeah. So I wonder if you can do a rent a jersey, rent kids stuffed jerseys, like these newborn jersey stuff, and then like, oh, when they outgrow it, you give it back to the store or whatever, and for a price or something.
I imagine there could be something like that.
We can do that, Andy. It's possible.
Something else that you can do to support the show is tell a friend and be like, when you're talking to annoying Gina from work or annoying Gina down on the docks or annoying Gina at the diner, be like, hey, Gina, you got 7 kids, and that's why you're working on the dock and at the diner to bring home your pay for your man. I'm trying to make the song connection. I can't really at the moment, but whatever. Tell Gina about Dad Mode. It's your first stop for semi-funny, semi-coherent, semi-put-together parental talk where it isn't like, you need to get your child onto these nano bubble water, otherwise you're a bad parent and will rot in hell, like most blogs and podcasts out there. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yep.
Yeah, we don't tell you what to do. We just give you helpful guidelines and maybe make you laugh once or twice too.
Once or twice, not more than 3 times though. Then we become a comedy show, and that's not what we're trying to do here. Also,
something to do is Amazon. Top left corner of dadmodepod.com. Click through our Amazon banner, and it'll take you to Amazon through our link. Bookmark it every time you buy something on Amazon, which you're going to do anyway. And they're starting to do beer delivery via drones in Seattle. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Anyways, do that, and we'll get a little taste, a little kickback, and we'll keep our Dad Mode Pod independent. Little car, little personal, armor personnel carrier, a little APC. How about that, Nick?
That would be sweet.
APC, also my initials. Boom. All right, any parting thoughts today's show, Nick?
Not really. Since I don't have kids to clothe, it's a crazy market. I wish I would have invested money into making some baby clothes, because a lot of people are still buying these expensive outfits.
You know, it would be terrible, except would probably really sell because there's too many idiots in the world. If you came up with a clothing line of baby sluts. Like, no, it doesn't even have to be like halter top or low cut anything. It could just say baby slut all over the thing, or just put like slut on the bottom of the pants. You know there would be outrage, but you know the idiots would buy it.
I'm sure those rednecks, those stripper daughters will be winning them, spreading those out.
And the mom who buys is like, your 38-year-old parent / grandparents must feel really proud.
Exactly.
Show's available on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at DadModPod, me at Andy Carlson Show, or Nick at Nickerson, if you feel like it. You don't have to. Block, mute, report for spam.
Whoa, what? No.
The website, as always, dadmodepod.com. But we go. Be a man, be a father, go dad mode, and we'll see you next time.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode. The music is created and produced by deeB. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/deeB.